I want to start by saying thank you, God. Um, it's hard to be thankful sometimes because of what's happening to me, but you have to be thankful. You have to be thankful because these purposes have compromised themselves. They have been compromised. They've been in a situation now where reality cannot be subscribed. They cannot live within a reality. They're employed to create a false reality. Yesterday, I heard these neighbors who tell me how they're gonna frame me, and I could hear in their voices. While they were doing that to me, I didn't give them the luxury of the fantasy they want to create. It's been bad in the sense that reality has been embarrassingly put in their faces. They know what they're part of, but they wanted to create a fantasy of what this was about. And the stupidity that they wanted me to identify with didn't work. So they tell me how they were talking about how you're gonna be served, you're gonna be serving, and they're gonna frame me. They're gonna say that I did something to a child here, and the way they've been trying to make themselves believe that what they do is like a dignified, honorable thing. It's like you gotta pay. You pay for what you did. And these children that they tell me they're gonna frame me with, in their mind, they still have created this fantasy that are destroyed. Not even me. Testimonials of people like Megan, like all these women, that as children, as women, are being tortured as women, and as children they were abused, molested, raped, all kind of horrible things. And then the program that is destroying the life of people like them. Now, of course, I know the reality of what this is about. They know too. I know it doesn't matter. The facade they put in front of you are meant to distort reality. Right? They're going into even a state of mind like, where they're like, oh, it's our reality. Thinking that because they've created this false reality, you should let them go into that false reality. But their reality is what they've created. The reality is what I put in their face. And it's going to be bad if they try to play this false reality in front of me when I know the reality of what they're involved in and what they've caused and what they're involved in. What they've done to women and children is horrible. I put that in their faces every day. I put that in their... it brings me pleasure to be like, this trash right now wants to present themselves as a protector of children. And I can, in 2 seconds, destroy that fantasy. That reality can be destroyed in such an easy way. And this grown shit in this program that knows that she's involved in something that abused, tortured children, that she knows that she's part of that. But I wanted to create, no, the reality I want to create is, we're going to be different. We're women, and because we're women, this changes. Destroyed in so many easy ways. So when we see each other, and I see this trash, female, male, whatever, I was like, I know what you're involved in. I know the evilness you're involved in, and I know what you're part of. This is not just about me, and I know that, and you know very well that. But you wanted me to think this way. And as a child, already being groomed to think like that, I was like, this is going to be my purpose to deprogram you, one way or another. Because the evil you're involved in is not only happening to me, but also children, and you know that very fucking well. But it's okay. Target individual, stay strong and understand that you should be thankful. It is dignified. We are living a more dignified life than this low life. I know suffering is horrible. I don't want to suffer. I'm living, but right now I'm wasting away, and it's going to get worse. But you could live the easy, comfortable life of this trash, doing these things to us, target individual. You could have been a civilian like them, doing this nastiness, participate in a program that does these things to babies, to women, to anybody. Or create a fantasy, being involved in that, and be like, oh no, this is for, you did this when you were a kid, so when you're involved in a program that's torturing children. And then the manipulations. I have to be thankful to God that I was able to have so much testimonial that even at this stage of my destruction, my brain is fried up. It's harder for me to remember me before August 19, 2019. Meaning, I don't remember, I'm losing memories of how I used to be before I was rewired, manipulated by these clowns. And they use truly the most retarded. There's been a trash in a patio just yelling retardations. Yeah, pay low, like a child. They sound like these people that you no longer respect. Like when there's like rallies and you have these people who just yell whatever, and they don't even stand on anything. They're just like children that they're just kind of like brainwashed, kind of retarded a little bit. They're not all the way there. And by the way, I'm very progressive liberal, but we all know like those are like she will yell whatever they tell them to yell. She's really nothing. I could hear her saying all this, you're a pervert, I'm pedophile, and so I could hear the next door neighbor as she's opening the door. They really want you to identify with these things. They really think that I'm gonna be like, oh, you know what? In my 30 plus years as an adult person, as a human being, I don't know myself. You're right. You who protect kids so much. I'm just making my brain just me, the real me. It's been put in, was exposed. Before it was not the real me. You hear the nose campaign? This is all to pull the real me. Clown ass. And I hear her talking like she wants to stay. No, you compromise trash because she knows what she's involved in. And I could hear the tone. That it's like, now it's changed a little bit. It's like they start worrying about their life. The aftermath of this. I've been gone so long ago. They just done. But as I was here, more and more validation that, oh, actually, you guys are this threat to children. She said something, she said something, black girls. I'm supposed to be like, oh, black girls, you guys are not manipulating me to experience that. It's so natural. No, matter of fact, this is what the title of this is called intellectual disability. Do you know when a human, let me just say that. When an adult has a brain of a child, there's a term for that. They used to call mental retardation. It means your logic, your thought process was of a child when you were an adult. You have disability. Now it's called intellectual disability. That you are not at a stage of an adult, but your brain is at a stage of a child. This is a true thing. Now, listen, I know this stupidity. What I just said is just as logical as it is. You know, they manipulate me to have this reaction toward these little black girls, which, like, for example, this little girl here. This, naturally, I would never have this reaction. They give me sensation estimations like, no, but you felt like that when you were a kid. They make me imagine some story and creating this in my brain. The things they even falsify in my memories. To try to create these things. It's like, no, but black girls, you felt like that. Remember you felt, and they try to create these stories, and it's like, you falsify my memories. But it's like, no, okay, when you were a kid, you felt like that. So you're making my brain being a child. It's like, no, there's something. It's like, yes, there's people in my brain altering my brain. I know who I am. And those people in your brain are people who have known to do the pedophilia type of torture. So they make me think of black little girls, give me sensation. Matter of fact, they even go into all these falsified memories, making me bring those memories, falsifying, and then they say, you see, that's proof. Obvious ones too, as an adult. They're making me think of this like video I watched on Worldstar Hip Hop. I remember those two kids, like 9-year-old or something, dancing, and it was funny because they tried to dance like adults. And there was a black girl there, and they're putting the simulation down memories because there's black girl. It's like, oh, you felt like that. It's like, no, I know it's falsified memories. They do this shit. And they stay in characters. Like, they do this, like VRV2K. Like, make themselves cough. Because I'm supposed to be like, oh my gosh, yeah. These people have no shame of gaslighting you. They have no shame. They have no shame that to the point where you are recognizing every day I make videos, I'll put that in their faces just to humiliate them. You know when a gaslighter is trying to get you to accept something and you're not identified with it, and you put that in their faces, like, you're a clown. I know what you're trying to do. I saw you. Fucking clown. Target video. I embarrass these people because they are supposed to make you accepting of this. For me, not only I bring up the fact that I'm not even identified, you're falsifying these memories, you're putting the stimulation you make me experience today. They've been trying to do that. And then they make me imagine, oh, the person who story and falsify. Because right now, what they don't want me to think of is how they falsify my childhood memory. That's really where they really want to push that. When you have zero respect for gaslighter, they don't like that. They want you to see them in a respectable way. They are falsifying memories. They are creating false reactions. And it's nasty. For example, right now, to make me accept this manipulation, they bring up manipulating memories. Where I used to watch, there's this website called Worldstar Hip Hop. There used to be all kind of thing. And there was these kids that were dancing and they're kind of grinding, like they were like acting like that. And this boy was overdoing it. He's like trying to be. Now in my memories of that, stimulating me, because there's a black girl there, and try to get the stimulation they make me have. Like, now you felt like that. I said, no, I didn't. It's a false memory, and you create this false memory because today you make me experience this reaction toward this kid, or any other kids like that, and they try to validate themselves by falsifying memories. But you guess what? You know how much of a prophet I am? Some of these preps are like teenage kids. So that means that I was making videos before they're even teenagers. This is October 29, 2020.
And sensation added to its nuts. It's just so weird to even try to explain something like that because it does feel so, so I don't know, but adding sensations, feelings, perceptions, and things you really feeling, just to also create this narrative and this.
I was saying, talking about false memories. Now, this is what they're just trying to do right now as they try to. It seems like this is ending for me because it's like they're not even trying anymore. It's like, whatever, what false memory do we use? Okay, let's use this false memory. Let's just not go into the childhood thing because, like I said, it's going to look like they're making me just mentally retarded. So let's just talk about, oh, the false memories. Oh, there, you felt that feeling. These people, I have no. I'm looking for confrontation with them. Honestly, they're gonna live off what they manipulate me to experience. I'm gonna live off reality. It's gonna. Let's see how it goes.
Any information on the brain of a person, presumably by some kind of waves, which in the mind take the form of voices, thoughts, and images in imagination. In addition to this kind of implanting information that they need, they manipulate the psyche so that the information is written into your memory. Then by stimulating the certain regions in the brain, they can retrieve this information and present it as your own memory. This is the...
You understand? They use what they implant themselves in the memories. And they use clowns that you have zero fucking respect toward. They know that you know the respect is being pulled away. But really what they usually do, because now they're just using these false memories, what they do is like, no, we mapped your brain to you as a kid. You felt like that when you were a child. Now when you talk about childhood, that's different because memories can be even more manipulated. On top of that, you talk about the brain of a child, which is not a brain that's developed, it's a brain of a child. That's why you see, if you see an adult man, and you say, hey, we're making your brain being a brain of a 14-year-old, 13-year-old, a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old. What does it mean? You're making somebody mentally, intellectually disabled. That's what you're doing. So now they're just going with the memory manipulation of me as an adult, which I clearly understand is manipulation, big time. They make them so, and then to deflect that, because I'm just saying the things that are obvious. Via they tell me how I'm going to play game. They're destroying my organs. It's gonna, my body, my skin's gonna show that. They say these things as deflection. Gaslighting consists of distorting reality. When they deflect, deflection, if you look it up, if I Google right now, deflection and gaslighting, this is what's gonna come. If I say is deflection, gaslighting, yes, deflection can be a form of gaslighting. Deflection is a defense mechanism that involves diverting attention from something else. And basically, by doing that, gaslighting is a tactic to involve making someone doubt their own reality, memories, feeling. When deflection and gaslighting are used together, they can leave the victim confused and question their own reality. So I'm talking about how they manipulate my brain. Initially, they were saying, "Oh no, well, they're still doing it." I think because the mental retardation thing was just kind of too much, so they try to use adult memories that are falsified, that they falsified, that I talked about or mentioned them multiple times. This time they talk about this Worldstar hip hop where there's these two kids dancing, and they're black kids, about the same age, maybe like 8 years old, 9 years old, acting like they're. It was funny. It was like more like, oh, look at this kid trying to act like they're grown. Now putting stimulation that make me have towards these black girls that they usually said, what they usually say, that's what you used to experience when you were a kid. You felt like that when you're like this age, when you're like 10 years old or some 30. Or they talk about when I was in middle school in 8th grade, I did this damn thing, an impulsive act. I did something to myself as a child, which is an impulsive. That's what a child with the brain of a child can do. Says the brain of a child is not fully there. Now I'm talking to people who fucking torture children. This pedophilia type of torture is what they do. They just try to make you accepting of these manipulations. So this trashy black girl thinking I'm going to identify as like trash. You think I've been making videos for years, making sure that the day comes that you never look at me and think he's believing that this manipulation toward black girls is natural. Clown ass. And try to deflect into something else to distort reality. Nope. Target individual. Do not let this trash leave their fantasy. So they know when they do their thing, oh, you better wait for whatever comes for you. Say black girl to me thinking I'm going to identify with this shit. It's like, no, you manipulate my brain. Even manipulate my memories, putting the stimulation that you're making me experience today into my memory. So, oh, black girls, you see, we felt like that. They do these things, I swear, with no shame. As if them coughing them, making themselves cough or whatever. Like the child, like, gaslight methods that you don't even respect. Like, you're a clown, trash. You're a fucking clown. They're making whipping noise campaign. As if I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's me then. Trash ass. But the truth is, now, real world. The real world, reality. What do they do to children? Every day, I will make sure to put a little bit of that in their faces, because the reality, as this shit is out here whipping and making noise campaign of like for scare tactic purposes. This is what they do to children. This is what they hear every day as they do these things to me.
Ms. Catherine Nestor.
It's Catherine Nestor, and I'm from Pennsylvania. This commission has spoken of a long history of abuse of the human research subject. Although no one mentioned MKUltra today, President Clinton recently apologized for this. My young child and I have been used as non-consensual test subjects. We have been subjected to COINTELPRO-like stalking, remote neural monitoring, and electromagnetic torture, resulting in psychological and physical damage. And I won't go into the details of that because I have 4 pages written in here. It's very similar to Connor's testimony.
I am currently a speech-language pathologist working in private practice with young children. I had a 7-year-old client who has autism, and she was the most significantly affected of all my clients. Being suffocated, then I began to experience very extreme suffocation all day, every day, for about 2 months straight, and that's also when they made it worse when I eat. Then I also worked with a 4-year-old little girl with Down syndrome, as well as her 5-year-old sister, who also has Down syndrome. I observed both of these girls suddenly grabbing their genitals in pain and verbalizing, ow.
This is the reality that I know they're involved in. as they falsify my memories, giving me the sensation stimulation that they say I experienced when I was a child. Now try to apply that in my memories where I'm an adult and when there's black little girls. It's like, now you see, you felt that like that. Fucking trash. As they've been falsifying every memory with this black little girls in to make me identify with these things. As I'm saying that right now, deflecting like motherfucker, tell me how I'm gonna be raped once they frame me. Fucking shit. I rather get framed and raped and tortured than be involved in a program that rapes women, tortures children, do these horrible things to them. Then live, what kind of life this shit lives? I could hear in that voice. She knew you're gonna get yours. You know that. Maybe you already even got it. Maybe you already started getting it. But I don't give a shit. I don't need to see this loser. Look at this shit. Even to hear them. Imagine what the future of a child is talk about framing somebody. And she said black girls, like, I'm like, oh, trash. Let me just let them know. Target individual, stay strong. For example, I'm saying, for this purpose watching me, say black girls to me thinking that I'm going to be like, you know what? Here and now manipulating my brain to get this experience. No, you're right. You have made me mentally retarded. It's me when I was a child. Me, a 30-plus-year-old getting closer to 40. It's me when I'm a kid. Because you're right. Your brain as a child and the brain as an adult is the same. There's no such thing as mental retardation. Oh, intellectual disability? Fucking clown. Trash us. Because what they do is clear. They are rewiring the brain. They're falsifying your brain, manipulating your brain, falsifying memories, changing things like it's nothing. I'm so thankful I've been making videos since 2020. Can you imagine how many? I got thousands. You know how many? I got hundreds specifically on memory manipulation. Saying every time this black little girl's in my memories as an adult, especially, they change it and put stimulations. To be like, you see, we're mapped. You see, via V2K, they have this interaction with me. Clown shit. Of course, I know what this is about. Since Megan's testimonial, they've been really going at it even worse. I mean, they don't give a fuck anymore. They don't care that they're going to use false memories, all of them, and act accordingly, stay in character. It's like Megan's testimonial destroyed the facade. Like, fuck it. We're gonna do whatever we can. The reality is this.
Okay. And once you can do that, you can control them using neuro-linguistic programming techniques. You're rewiring their thought processes and brains. And so
they are rewiring the brain. And they're using these gaslighting tactics to deflect, to distort reality. And what I'm talking about V2K, voice to skull, is what this woman says here.
V2K, or voice to skull. This involves the projection of voices, noises, and music directly into my mind to communicate with me in real time and at the speed of thought. And it also includes the manipulation of thoughts, emotions, and perceptions in the person's mind. Additionally, the targeting is all highly perverted and...
So you hear these people who rewires the brain, that involved in the program that torture children, wanting you to think, oh no, when you see black little girls, you see, don't you feel, they give me stimulation, sexual arousals, manipulated like that. And gaslighting people. Can you imagine people you don't respect? Let me just show you how give you a glimpse of what they look like. Let me give you an example of how pathetic they look like. Imagine people even weaker. And when I mean weak, I mean just like hard, like pathetic as that. Try to tell you who you are. They have clowns right now still making noise campaign, whipping noise. You know, you just heard what they do to children, not 4-year-olds sexual torture and everything. I will run to them. Because I know this reality they involved, what they involved in. I can die for it with no problem. Because I stand on real things, not manipulation that these retards are supposed to gaslight you into accepting. Some trash over there talking about black girls. Like, yeah, black girls, that's why I'm getting manipulation like that. You're forcing me to get manipulation toward black girls. Do you think I'm going to identify with this? Target individual. For them to think that I can ever think that naturally, organically, without my brain being rewired, I can see this in this way. This baby here, you just, the kid you just saw earlier on, getting sexual stimulation. They're delusional. My phone just turned off, and that's when exactly they try to be always mystified. When something happens where phone turns off, oh gosh, no. I would run to somebody. If somebody say, "Yeah, we got cash feedback," I'll run to them. Don't even finish the word. You go, come. Because I know what they try to do. They want you as a target individual to accept this manipulation. So they tell me the theatric torture. It's like, give me the gasoline here. Come on, let's burn me, because I'm not gonna let you live your fantasy. God, give me strength for the pain. Where? This jumping boiling water. Where is it? God, give me strength, but I'm not gonna let this shit live the fantasy. They manipulate the brain in these ways and then try to make you accepting of it. I never identify with it. Never. So I know when you say black girls, I'm supposed to be, oh, it's me. Oh, when I say black girls, I should be feeling like trash ass. You've been falsifying my memories. I've been talking about it for years now. Even before your dumbass was even before you were a teenager. Every day watching me say, oh, every time I see a black little girl, they're forcing me this stimulation. Every time in my memories there's a black little girl, so they're going to manipulate my memories. Systematically doing the same thing. I'm so glad that I don't think I even made the video about this Worldstar hip hop thing. I think I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go with it. But this video is perfect. It's a combination of real-time experiences, manipulated memories of this Worldstar hip hop, this kids dancing with it, and now they're putting the stimulation to make me have today. That they usually say, oh, it's you when you were a kid. When mapped to you as a kid, you paired that to you as a kid. Then now they've even falsified memories, which are clearly falsified. And it's like, no, this is you. You mapped it to what you manipulate me. You're mapping to the falsified memories, to the manipulated memories. Can you imagine? And be like, It's like, no, there is. Yes, absolutely. Top tier pedophiles doing the pedophilia type of shit. It's clear that they do the pedophilia type of torture. And if my phone turns back on, let me show you what they'd like to do. Oh, thank you, God. The testimonial that came across me immediately when I noticed, oh, they do the pedophilia type of torture. No wonder they're saying they're making me like a child. No wonder they like falsify my memories every day and putting the stimulation. Yeah, I understand. It's because they do the pedophilia type of torture and then try to force you to accept these things. Matter of fact, I see 4% like, oh, pay for what you did as a kid. You heard a 4-year-old with Down syndrome being sexually tortured by this shit. Yes, this is real. I have real reason to see them for the shit that they are. Truly. For the atrocities they're involved in. No. If I was somebody who was aggressive, there would be somebody who would be harmed here. Easily. What? See some shit that manipulates your brain in this fashion, then play the protectors of children, then involve in the program that torture children. My goodness. People will kill for that easily. And they have. I'm not even saying that to threats, but I'm just putting this because I'm going to get to see this purpose. They think they can normalize what they're part of. The hate that should be having toward them should be real. Enough to just willing to kill them. But don't. They're just shit. They're the bottom feeder supposed to make me acceptive of this.
Torture.
Listen to this testimony of this woman. I'm hearing a biker over there. In 2 seconds, he's gonna leave when you're gonna listen to who's having issue with pedophilia.
Is what is referred to as malodorance. This is the alteration of the smell sensation so that I am often made to smell various things, including smoke, burning, dirty diaper, or baby powder, which they sometimes combine with the pedophilia type of torture, including...
So they do the pedophilia type of torture. With me, once they do the pedophilia type of torture, they're trying to find a way to make you accepting of these pedophilia things. So for me, it's like, oh, we mapped your brain to you as a kid. Obviously, that means you're making me mentally retarded. So what they do, they just falsify my adult memories. And so this is right now, for example, there's a trash right now making no campaign, you know, because it's supposed to make me accepting of this. So right now, this Worldstar hip hop video where there's two kids dancing, like 8, 9, both black little kids, like one little girl, one little boy, giving me the stimulation in my memories. Using this fucking shit that you saw how they look like. Supposed to make me accepting of these manipulations. While this top tier fucking low life are working for pedos. And by the way, they still try to present themselves as like this feminist group of femme fatale protecting kids, analyzing your brain. This is what they work for.
It has come under investigation.
And also apparently peer-to-peer sharing within the department's network. So this study that was done on this issue, and it is pretty horrifying, Manila, to consider this. It shows that the Department of Defense ranked 19th out of almost 3,000 networks in terms of peer-to-peer sharing of child pornography. That is...
You understand this shit? They're the one rewiring your brain these ways. So, and then this fucking trash working for governmental entities with this top tier issue of child porn issues, which they try to mess with me, want you to, hey, we're mapping your brain to have this experience. It makes sense. No, you're forcing me to have these experiences. And even manipulating my memories as a child. Not even much, as an adult, too. This Worldstar hip-hop is easy memory manipulation and easy recognized as a false memories. But it's feeling like the thing that they make me experience today. And the thing that they make me experience that I experienced when I was a child. They've been doing the same thing throughout my targeting in these ways, the V2K. Targeting video, you gotta be strong. The reason why I make these videos every day so consistently is because these perps live a life. This is their life. This is a life. They live life, gaslighting you, manipulating your brain, and to try to make you accepting of these pedophilia things. Then tell black girls, I'm like, poof, fucking shit, you're a bunch of fucking pedos. You've been rewinding my brain, manipulating my brain, and then falsify memories. There's so many falsified memories that I made videos about. Black girls, oh no, remember when the guy showed that picture, you felt that thing, remember? Now it's like this memory manipulation, this is giving me the stimulation I didn't experience. One time it was like a movie, I was like, Jesus. And then they try to create these scare tactics to try to give you, to make you feel nervous. When this biker that's making noise campaign, if I play this thing,
Well, remember that what's being talked about here is not an intrusion into someone's personal device or even their home. This is about saying Department of Defense computers are being misused to share, to spread, to access child pornography. And when you step into an office, whether it's a department...
Do you know this is the entities behind what's happening to us. This weapon system, this technology that's applied onto us, is coming from these entities. They're contracting these civilians around you, this illusory of human being, to gaslight you into the manipulations. You're supposed to identify with this. So this shit say, oh, black girls, you fucking shit, you black girls. You just manipulate my brain. That you've been falsifying even my memories with the same stimulation that you make me have today. That you say I experienced when I was a kid. And she said it like, you're gonna make that mistake. Because you are the threat to black girls, white girls, black boys, fucking trash. Torturing babies. Working for top tier pedophiles. You're an opportunist shit. And I can't wait to see you. And I'm talking about this shit that's talking about framing me. Death comes to all of us. If I die burning, I'd rather die burning, but not working for top-tier child porn trafficking, manipulating brains in these disgusting ways, and then be, no, we mapped your brain. You're a child. When you're a child predator of trash. We parented you as a kid. You made me mentally retarded, and then they go, okay, they falsify memory as an adult. Like, fucking trash. You think I'm gonna let you live with the way you've been manipulating my brain? Why do you think I've been making these videos every day? For the moment we see each other, you better understand where I'm standing. It's gonna be your gaslighting with your reality. That's every day you rewire the brain with the reality of what you're part of. Target individuals, stay strong. We're all gonna die, but thank God I didn't live life doing this shit. Stay strong.